Hi everyone, Ashley here with Scraps, Buttons, and Bows, and today we're doing a Christmas in July. We usually do a card class for Christmas cards the last Tuesday of every month, and that is still going to happen. So the last Tuesday of this month, and it's already in my Ustream events, so you can click the reminder for that, and it'll remind you. But oh geez, where's my calendar? There it is. Okay, so the last Tuesday, oh, well that's going to conflict. Okay, we've got a dilemma. Okay, so the mini map is actually starting the last Tuesday of this month. So I will let you know what we're going to do as far as the additional card class. We might have to move it off Tuesday for this month and do it on some other random day. I will let you guys know via my blog and Facebook. So this memory map is going to start on July 29th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Scrap-A-Dab-A-Doo's Ustream channel. This is going to be a Scrap-A-Dab-A-Doo Ustream project. And let me grab the paper line that we're using. I have everything right here. I just got to move stuff to get to it. Okay, so we're going to be using the Getaway with Echo Park. This mini map is a spin-off of my memory map. My memory map is huge. It's like 30 by 30. And the whole premise around this is to be able to, this all started one day with my husband. We were all gathered around a scrap, but there was like a ton of us. And you just can't see it all. And so what happened was the memory map. And it's designed to fold out and lay flat, and it'll have like waterfalls, pockets, but everybody can interact with it at once. You lay it on your dining room table, and it's then a conversation piece, and you can sit around the table and talk about your memories for whatever this is holding. This is the mini map, so it's the smaller version. It holds the smaller pictures. Okay, and Janny, the fabulous Janny, has put in the link for the kit in Scrap-A-Dab-A-Doo, and it will come. There's a free. It'll be free. I wasn't initially going to do that, but it's going to be a free pattern tutorial how to build this, and it'll be posted on Scrap-A-Dab-A-Doo's blog on the day that we do this memory map. So on Tuesday the 29th, it's going to go up on their blog. It'll also go up on my blog, and there'll be links on Facebook to both. So we're going to use the Getaway by Echo Park, and if you guys remember, we had done the little mini with the card, and I just love this paper. It's great for those little vacation photos. You take like a mini weekend vacation and you want to, just preserve them somehow, So this is designed to hold the smaller photos. You can do a couple 4x6s in here depending on how you lay it out. But we're going to be using the chipboard accents, the brads, which are not right here at this. They're not within arm's reach. The paper collection, and it comes with all the stickers and so on and so forth. I absolutely love this stuff. Look, the stickers are so cute. Oh God, I love them. So it comes with the stickers, and then it's got the chipboard that you'll need. We're using a heavyweight and a lightweight, and then the solid cardstock. So that is what this kit will contain. And I'll show you. It's like a transformer. Okay, we've seen this. I've shown it to you before. The big one is huge, but this is the mini version of it, and it just sits right on your shelf. Like this would be the front of it right here. I put the Ready, Set, Go here on the side. You can put whatever you like, but I like the Ready, Set, Go there, and it just sits on your shelf all nice and contained. And if you had a couple of these, look how stinking cute they would be, right? So there's magnets in this. Oh, and the magnets come with the kit as well. And then it just opens. This is where I still have to paper right here. And then I'll show you guys what the layouts are. And then this will all be papered. You're seeing black, but the inside's all papered. Okay. And then so this is the part that lays out on the table, and it lays out to a nice square, with the exception of this bottom piece right here. This is all structural. I mean, you could put something down here, but it's mainly all structural. Otherwise, it's a perfect square. But so we're going to have a waterfall going down this side for little photos. There'll be waterfalls on either side of the top here, and then there's a spot for pictures here. We'll do a nice size mat here for a bigger picture with some tags and so on and so forth, and we'll put labels here on each section. So you could label each section, you know, the park or the amusement park, or, you know, whatever your trip entailed. So you guys can't see that because I have everything cut. I decided to have an hour and a half of holding my grandbaby as opposed to putting on the mat. So that's it. They're just cute and they're fun, and I absolutely love it. I love how it turned out. So, and then they just fold right back up. They've got magnets on them, and you'll be able to see, like, here's some of the magnets here. And it just holds it nice and tight. Okay, and it just flips over. This is the flap that creates the box, which allows you to really get kind of bulky on the inside here. And it just folds over like so. And then you're done. And it's all magnetized, it's all enclosed, and this is how it holds up. Okay? This kit it's a great kit. It's fantastically priced, and these are fun. So this is the mini map. We are going to be doing a full-on memory map, and I'm telling you that memory map is 30 by 30. You whip that sucker out, and you're like, bang, bang, and like it's like a little transformer. It's awesome. I love how it folds out, and I love the fact that they fold up, and they just sit on your shelf. So you could do a whole bunch of memory maps, and they're like little mini albums, so all encased. So let me grab. We did the memory map in class. It was my very first class on Ustream. It was for Anna. This one was without magnets, but this is the size of the regular one. It is 12 by 12 by 2, just a little over 2. And it folds out the exact same way. And the layout of these are going to be very similar. You can see that there are waterfalls here, places for tags, and so on and so forth. The center will obviously be different than this one, but there's the waterfall here. There was room for tags and such. I mean, you could just do a big layout here in the middle. The original one, we had it, we did like a kind of like a garden gate type fold, and it was spiral bound, and, you know, it folds out the same way. This one was done with Velcro instead of magnets, and I'm loving magnets now. I am all about magnets. Just FYI. But, I mean, let's see if I can get this in the shot here. But these are all pockets right here. And then it's got the mats, and then the mats on the back, pockets, little tags, things like that. So we're going to do the bigger version of this as well. It's just when. But this little flap here, this little extra flap, I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see here. This little extra flap is what holds everything in and then allows you to close. Holds it in and allows you to close your pages. Okay? Just like so. And then they sit on top of each other nicely. It allows you to close it. So when we had initially done this in class, Anna's here, so we had what? Like 2 or 3 followers, I think, and it was like Anna and Lois was here, and I think my stepdaughter Anna. It was right when I first like really started. So we'll be doing the big one. So anyhow, the kits are available. There will be a free pattern available as well, again, on the blog, on all of the blogs, mine and Scrap-A-Dab-A-Doo's, and then all the Facebook pages. There will be links to make these little memory maps. These are great gifts, you guys. So just wanted to show you guys that. This will be completely finished tonight, and there will be a YouTube video done on it, and I will post the link to the YouTube so you can see exactly how it's going to lay out. I want you guys to be able to see that. That will be done tonight. When tonight, I can't tell you, but everything's already cut. I just need to tape it down. So, so the video will be up, and I'll put it on my blog and everywhere so you guys can see it, of what it looks like. Okay, any questions? I'm an A-type overachiever. Hey, you know, with the kind of like couple weeks that I've had, if someone calls me an overachiever, I'll totally take it at this point. Okay, so these are the cards. Again, instead of using the crystals on the center of this, which I didn't end up liking once I had already glued them down, we're going to use the iridescent sequins, which I think are going to be just as beautiful, simple and understated. Overstated. And then this one, which I totally love. I love the glitter and how shimmery it is. These are all very simple cards. They are the same size, height, and width. And both of them fold up. And again, they're on my Pinterest. Under Christmas cards, you'll be able to find the original and makers of it, which I want to make sure people that make these get their credit, or at least, you know, how I found them. As I'm not a card maker, but I can copy. I'm using Michelle.blogspot.com. This was the original, and she didn't have it matted on red, but I like it matted. It makes it stronger. It was just a white card. But you can see she used some pinks and reds in there. And I didn't have a big piece, which I need to get more Christmas. I need to get more holiday sentiment, period. And then, what was the other one? Let me find it real quick. And all of the cards that we have done in class can be found here, with the exception of two. One from Margaret Ann and one from Anna, Claudia. Those were Christmas cards that they sent me that I absolutely loved, and we replicated. Duplicated, I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. And this one's relatively the same, except for the twine and a little bit of the white dotting around. I liked it more so like this. But let's see if I can get it on there. And it's a smaller stocking, but this is the stocking that I had. So I'm going to use what I have. And so her twine that she has used is a red and white. And I just actually found some red and white, which is what we'll use on this card. On this one I used the solid red by American Crafts. But I have this red and white, so we're going to use it. And I can't honestly tell you where I got it from. I don't know whose this is. So that's what we're doing. Any questions? I want to say hi to everybody. Let's see. Hello to all the moderators. Barry, Heather, Margaret Ann, Jerry, and all of our guests and all of our viewers. Anna Claudia, Anna Marie, Army, Art Dar, Brenda, Debbie, D.G. Scrap, Eileen, Judy, Kathleen, K. Downing, Loverman. Oh, there's lots of new people in here. I'm thinking it's IQ Brock. Midnight Scrapper, Miss Chris, Mitz, Patty, Pauline, Phyllis, Pam Randall, Sean, Sharon, So Algal, Susan, and excuse me if I butcher this, Zinnia, Z-I-N-N-I-A. Welcome, welcome. Okay, So let's go ahead and get started. Just a couple of simple ones. We'll do the snowflake one first. I actually really love this one. This one's one of my favorites. It's the most simple that we've ever done, but it's like one of my favorites. So I'm going to bring you guys close. Than usual, so we can see here. And I'm going to do my best to make sure that I'm on screen for you guys. Okay. Stay. Okay. We are going to play the weekend of the soiree. We are going to, there's, I have some of the details, not all of them, so I'm not going to go into the, I'll let them pop out the details. But during the soiree, for those that are not going, we are going to be playing all weekend and creating and posting on Scrap-a-Dab-a-Doo, their Facebook, and I think there's some blogs going. There's going to be some Ustreaming happening. I believe Gwen's Ustreaming on Saturday. See, I don't know that these are all correct, so I don't want to, I'm not going to guarantee that, okay? And I'll be Ustreaming on Sunday, and we'll be doing something I have in the works that, well, I'm working on right now, actually as we speak. It's going to hopefully be a 3D project. We'll see how it turns out. We may not be doing it. But it's looking stinking cute so far. The template is anyways. So, yes, we're going to be doing something during soiree weekend, and we'll get everything finalized, and we'll let you guys know. Barry and Janny are kind of spearheading this, I guess, to say, and we're just kind of figuring it all out. So, oh, Barry said she's going to ask Jen to do Thursday. So we'll get a schedule together for everyone of the streams and what we're doing and so on and so forth. It's going to be, from what I'm understanding, kind of one of those use your stash kind of things. So it's going to be super fun. Super fun. Which I've got a stash. I don't know if you guys have seen my room tours, but I have got a stash. So we're all good there. What else? What else? Before we get started, I know I'm forgetting something. Oh, Facebook has got this new online ability. What is it called? Shopify? It's a Facebook app, essentially, that allows you to sell right on your Facebook page. And it doesn't have the fees like Etsy does and things like that. So some of my creations, well, actually all of my creations, the ones that we've got duplicates of, the class ones, are going to be going up there for sale. I put up on Thursday, I put up the other Call Me mini albums that we made in class. I put that up on my Facebook. So if you go to Scrap-a-Dab-a-Doo's Facebook page and you click the, I think it's the More tab, you'll see like status and all of that stuff, but it doesn't exactly say it right there. If you click that tab, it'll take you to Scrap-a-Dab-a-Doo's store. Let's see. I don't know if I can do it from my phone. I don't know where it's at from my phone. Anyway, so there's, it's called Shop Scrap, or not Scrap-a-Dab-a-Doo, I'm sorry. Scraps, Buttons, and Bows. Holy krishmoly. It's on my Facebook, people. Not Scrap-a-Dab-a-Doo. Shop, Scraps, Buttons, and Bows. And you'll see that the Call Me Mini is there and it's listed. Currently, I am not shipping outside of the U.S. There are reasons for that. The expense of it is huge to you guys. I honestly don't think it's fair. And until I figure out what to do about it, if you live outside of the U.S. and there's something on there that I eventually have posted, I'll get everything else up in a few. But if there's something that you absolutely want, please just message me, and I can work we can work it out as far as the shipping. I can get you an exact quote from the post office and things like that. So if you live outside of the U.S. and there's something that you absolutely have to have, just, you know, as far as the project goes, it's only the projects that we make, or that I even make, even off class. They're all going to be there, okay? Just message me, and we'll work it out that way. I don't, it's hard to calculate, and it does it by weight, and I don't necessarily like that, because if it's something I can fit in a small priority shipping box, especially here in the U.S., you're going to get refunded for shipping, because, I mean, that's just ridiculous. So, anyway, enough of that. Let's get going on our card stuff. And of course, I'm using the Fiskars, the ones that we've been using all year long, with Season's Greetings, because I just have no other sentiment stamps. So that's what the Christmas one is. My snowflakes are random snowflakes that I've been able to find. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to grab our red cardstock. You need some red cardstock, or whatever color you would like to use. And you will need your sentiment. And for this one, I just used Christmas. For inking the snowflakes, I have used the Tin Can Prima Chalk Edger and the Worn Jeans. Okay, and I'll get pretty close there so you can. I really love how they pop with the red snowflakes. And then just a generic red ink pad, because it's the only one I have. So go figure. It's just a Stampabilities ink pad. With all this Christmas stuff, you would think that I would have more red ink, but I don't. So okay. So we're going to cut it 4.5 wide. This is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. And then we'll score it at 5.5. And this is going to be our actual card. I know the soiree is just getting here. It's coming up fast now that yeah, it's coming upon us fast. Let's just say that. I wish I was going. I'm not, and that's okay. But I do wish I was going. It would be tons of fun. Okay, so there's our card base. And so our white mat is going to end up being four 3/8 wide. I do 1/8 of an inch less than the height and the width, and 5 3/8 tall. Okay. Okay. And then the next thing we're going to do for this one, these must go by super fast. These cards will go by super fast. I'm going to turn off my fan, because we're going to be using some embossing. And I'm going to be using the red embossing tinsel by Ranger. We've used it plenty of times before. Actually, everything that's missing is because of these Christmas classes. And I'm going to grab my sentiment. Which is just Christmas. And it's going to go down here at the bottom, like so. Let me grab my embossing. And I'm just going to... What's up?
Do you still have my money?
I do.
Can I have some?
Yeah.
I'm going shopping with my mom today.
Okay, how much do you need?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want that 60? Because I set that aside for you.
The 60.
If I, you know, what we talked about the other night.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want that?
Yeah.
Okay. Will you hand me my purse?
Yep.
Okay. So let's go ahead. Sorry, you guys.
Talking about how I'm like your best employee.
Well, it's good to be the best employee at your work,
It's not
Connor.
hard to be the best employee. You just go to work. Like, seriously.
Is this 60? Is that what you want?
Sure. I already have 50, so it should be enough.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get myself probably like some shirts and like some posters and I don't know.
Hey.
Ooh, a belt. I'm gonna get myself a belt.
That's what we'll owe you.
Okay.
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 All right.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, you guys. He's going shopping. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp this on there. Down towards the bottom. So, and I don't profess to be any kind of professional card maker by any means. Pinterest is teaching me a lot. A ton. YouTube does the same thing. So techniques may differ and vary from other people that do this for a living or whatever. But this is how I do it. So sit back and enjoy the craziness. That is me. Now I can hear everybody. Oh, for goodness sake. Sorry, you guys. He's in the shower. I'm sorry, I'm recording. So they're here to pick him up, and he just got in the shower. That's funny. Okay. Seems a little light on this side. Okay. And from a professional card maker, I was taught to tap, never flick. So, good to know. I'm just going to wipe away any extras with my paintbrush. Okay. This is Christmas. Yes, life is definitely real in this house right now. So I'm going to turn on my embossing gun. Well, here. Let me go ahead and clean this up. And I'm doing this first so it can be done. And then I'll be able to stamp and then set it with the heat tool with the snowflakes. You've got a problem. There we go. Okay, so it says Christmas and it's nice and shiny. I absolutely love it. So next we're just going to stamp. Pretty simple. I'll grab my paper. So we're just going to create some of these stamps. My red ones are the most important. And I'm using, again, these chalk, the Prima chalk edgers. I'm using these 3 snowflakes. I don't know if you guys can see that one. And then that one. I believe these are a Fisker snowflake anyhow. And that little tiny one. Turning that fan back on. It's hot in here. I don't even have my studio lights on and it's hot. It's been really cool lately. Oh, smoky as all get out. Let me tell you what. So I'm going to take this worn jeans and just put it on there. I'll show you what it looks like stamped. I always like to do test stamps, even though I used this stamp earlier. But it's really pretty stamped. So let's go ahead and ink it up. And then I'm just going to kind of scatter them. Put one there. I'm doing the bigger ones first. I want the red ones to kind of be on top. And we're going to set this with the heat gun. Because it's chalk, so it takes a minute to dry. Figure that out. We've got those fires going on over here, and there's a new one that started last night. Actually, this one was man-made. Like 3 people are wanted. They have a yellow truck and then something written down the side of it, from what I gathered, for starting this fire. And it's grown to like 13,000. I just read it on Facebook, and the news portion on Facebook. And it's really close to Spokane. Well, I mean, it's not really close. I mean, it is. It's closer to Cheney, but, so it's just horrible. I don't know why people gotta be like that. People are losing their homes and all kinds of crazy stuff. So, I just hope. They had a really good fire day down there at the big one yesterday, according to it didn't hardly grow in size, so that's good. That's really good. So that's good to hear. Okay. So there's those ones. Let me grab my weight. The kids are going shopping. They're both working now, so they're earning their own money. They're a little bit sticker shocked on what things cost, and they have to pay for them themselves. Yeah, I mean, just gosh, those people. So, yeah, positive thoughts and prayers for all of those people involved. Definitely, definitely. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the red, and we'll put down the tin can here in a minute. They're going to overlap a little bit, but that's what I want. Excuse me. Ironically enough, this red pad here, this ink pad that I'm using, is actually Rachel, my granddaughter. I gave them to her because I wasn't all, a fan of them. I figured they'd be good for her, but apparently I need to get some more ink pads. So far, and then we're going to fill this in with the third color. I don't know that I actually like that little tiny snowflake, so let me see if I can't find another little snowflake real fast that I might like better. I like this one. I'm gonna look at this one. I wonder how well this one will stamp. This is a little tiny guy though. We might still have to use this other one. It's cute, but I guess we'll still just use the other one. I like the other one. There's nothing wrong with it. I just need more stamp. I need more. Need more. Isn't that how it always goes? I really like that one. Okay, so we'll use those two. We'll use the bigger one first. The initial one that I've been using. And so I'm going to grab the tin can. Put it on there. Just put it right in between them. Let's do one more. There we go. A whole bunch of little snowflakes. I'm going to fill in this little section. It looks like there's something missing. I'll do this little one. Ooh, that was a little too much. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Okay. All our stamps are on there, and I'm just going to heat set this. I love how it turned out. And then we're going to put the sequins on and mat it down, and it'll be done. They're really quick and easy. I really like this card. I really like that worn denim as that Prima Chalk and Edger, the warm denim, or I'm sorry, worn jeans as snowflakes. That color as a snowflake is awesome. see it right there. Absolutely love it. Okay. Hi, Gwen. Okay. That goes aside. And then we're going to put on some sequins. And you can do sequins not just in the center of these snowflakes. You could do them kind of, you know, if we did some draping down to the Christmas, that would be super cute too. So we might try that as well. Let me grab the ones I need though. Some red ones. Which should be, you know, just super cute to be intermixed. But I think I'm going to use the iridescent. And this is just from the dollar store. It's the weekly pill holders, 2 of them stacked on top of each other. I have another one full. That's what I use to hold my sequin. I love it. Okay. Add some of the glossy accents. I'll use those to glue it down. Perfect. So I'll hold up what exactly I'm doing here in just a second. I'm just gluing one of these iridescent sequins in the middle of all the red, the bigger red ones, as opposed to the crystals. Look, if you had smaller crystals, this would work. I don't have smaller crystals, and I didn't like the way it turned. It was so, I don't know, it just wasn't, it's not what I was looking for. So I'm changing it up. And I forgot to put tape on the back of this first. Sorry. And I'm going to put these little iridescent show you what it looks like here in just a second. And you could use silver, you could use, you know, gold, whatever you'd like to use. Oh, stay camera. There we go. I don't know if you guys will be able to see them, but it's really kind of cool. I like them in the middle as opposed to the crystals. And then you could just scatter a different color elsewhere. Let me see. Here's another one. Oh, it's gone. It's tipped over. So, let's see here. I don't think I have any of the Oh, I do have small silver. The bigger silver. So you do silver in them. And you can just, you know, you fill in areas with the silvers that are not on snowflakes. Yeah, it's kind of up to you how you want to do it. But I like the iridescent on there. So, just to kind of show you guys. I'm going to leave the iridescents how they are. And you could put a little jewel in the middle of the iridescent one if you wanted. That's completely up to you. I just didn't like the big crystals, and seeing as how I don't have any small ones for some reason or another. Which I do have small ones, I just don't know where they're at. I did some rhinestone gloves a while back, and I had a whole bunch left over from that, but can't find them, so. Alright. Let's go ahead and run some tape on here. And because my camera is close, and I can't fit my ATG gun underneath my camera, I'm going to use what I never use to adhere this down. Just the dot glue runner. I never use these ever. Just, there we go. I'm just going to put some. My ATG gun won't fit between my camera and here, so I can't use it and stay on screen. And I would probably use score tape. That's what I usually use, but just use some of this. There we go. Hold on, don't stick down yet. I'm horrid at lining things up. Like the worst thing for me. Okay. Okay. And there's the card. Really simple. I love how those sparkle, but they don't have the big blingy centers. It's just an iridescent sequin. Okay. So that is that card. That's our first card. It's super easy and super fast. You could knock these out in nobody's business. Just do an assembly line type thing. So I love that card. This was the original with the big sequins, and I just didn't, it's too much. But I love, or I mean, not the bigger crystals. See, I didn't like that. But I love these iridescent sequins. It gives it that sparkle without saying hello. So, yay! We've got those done. So we're going to do this card next, and essentially it's the same thing, same size anyway. So we're going to go ahead and cut our red card stock. Are there any questions on that card? They are both pretty. I just prefer the sequin. That's just me. Okay. Let me grab a couple things and then we'll get going with this. I need to keep drinking my coffee. I had to set it all the way across the room. We're going really fast. We still have like an hour and 10 minutes left. That's how quick that card was. Okay, so a couple things for this one. I use the die. Let me find it. It should be right here. Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh, here it is. I bought it on clearance when I very first started scrapbooking. I bought anything on clearance. It is, oh, come on. Focus. Okay. It's Christmas ornament lights and stockings. Okay, so that's where I got the stocking. It's a Sizzix die. I don't even know if they make this anymore. And like I said, I got it on clearance. So when I first started. So let's go ahead and cut the paper to 4.5 wide. It is a Sizzix die. So 4.5 wide. Oops. Oh, the entire gang's here, people. Hold on to your hats. Oh, by the way, I have an entire gallon of huckleberries. I'm making a pie. And huckleberry pancakes. We went out to a spot yesterday, and I'm so glad I went. My husband actually ended up meeting me, like emergency-wise. And he's fine. But we went up to a spot, and it was like, no joke, like 100 acres of a hill, nothing but huckleberries. I'm not telling anybody where it's at. Either. Score at 5.5 because it's 8.5 by 11 paper. They're so yummy. I love to freeze them and then just chew on them in the summer. So let's see, there goes the dog. Oh, thanks for answering that, Janny. That's, you know, I'm not afraid to say I don't know. Huckleberries, what? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me answer Anna's thing. I don't know everything. If we ask the ladies in the audience, she said, I didn't find good double-sided tape here. So I'm thinking of using glue. Using it to glue pockets on a mini album I'm planning to do. I want it to last. Do you think it will hold if I use matte accents? So if anybody knows the answer to that, could we please answer for Anna? Oh, Patty did, and so did Janny. Oh, yeah, you can use glossy accents as a glue. That'll totally work. If that's what you're talking about. I may have misunderstood that. But someone help her. I'm not afraid to say I don't know it all. Because I don't. Okay. I am broadcasting. Oh.
So I just want to say hi. Mark's going to crash out. We don't know if we're going to stay in there or not.
Oh, okay. It's up to you. If you want to go down there, you can. If you want to hang out, I can drive you. It doesn't matter.
Okay, we'll go outside and get a cigarette.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. All right, you guys. Hold on one sec. I'm going to show her what a huckleberry is. Okay. I have to show because they look like blueberries, but they are absolutely divine. These ones haven't been cleaned yet. But you go up in the mountains. So blueberries you can grow in your own backyard. Huckleberries you cannot. You cannot take a huckleberry plant from the woods and transplant it. It's the weirdest thing, but you cannot. Huckleberries are wild. They grow in the woods only. And they are fabulous. These ones are huge. Look at these. I mean, they're big. And they have a short span. I would say 4 weeks at most in the summer. It's what the bears love. That's why when you go picking, you need to take a gun. Because the bears, they stock up on them. It's one of their food sources, is the huckleberries, the wild berries, and things like that. It's actually kind of dangerous. But if you're in a big group making lots of noise, it's usually okay. But yeah, so this is a gallon of them right here. And they're going to get frozen. You can make jam. We freeze them, and then I thaw them out for pancakes. I put them in little baggies. That way I can have pancake-sized portions. No, they taste better than blueberries, Angel Bug. Better. I wish that there was a way I could just ship everybody a little bag of huckleberries. I don't even know how you'd begin to do that. They're really, I don't want to say they're really sweet. Sometimes it depends on when you get them in the growing season. They can be pretty tart. But they're just absolutely, I don't know how to explain them. They look like blueberries, but they're huckleberries. And they leave your hand purple. I got most of it scrubbed off from yesterday. But so that's the inside of a huckleberry. It's like purple. When you pick these out when they're not cold, so they're warm because the sun's beating down on them, and in the sun is where they grow. Susan. Those are good. Okay. Hopefully those will be okay there. My fingers are all purpley. But it's in the sunny sides of hills, and you cannot transplant the bushes. People have tried. They grow only, they're like morels, which is the mushroom we have here. It only grows a certain length of the year, and then it's gone until next year. And for a gallon of those, to buy them off the street, it's $40 a gallon. I mean, they're expensive. People make livings off of picking huckleberries in the summer. And when you find like 100 acres spread like that, and you just go to town, you know, you could pick a good 10 gallons in a day, depending on how many people you have with you. You know, do that for a few weeks. So, anyways, okay, back on task here. Okay, here's our card base. We're going to cut, I used silver glitter. I have glitter sheets. They're American Crafts glitter sheets. They're like a duotone sheet, so it's not just silver. There's a couple different colors in there. I mean, it's silver, but there's different tones of it. There's a darker and a lighter. So, let me grab that. And so you're going to need to cut a 4 3/8 wide by 5 3/8 tall piece of whatever glitter you're using. You can use just a silver paper. You can use like a foil type. That would be okay. Use whatever you want. It's your card. But yeah, this is an American Crafts glitter. So 4 3/8 wide. I don't even know if this one's wide enough. I might have to get another. Oh, it'll work. I cut it upside down, so I can cut through it fine. By 5 3/8 tall. I know I'm off camera. So in all of these videos, I'm trying to get up to YouTube, but for some reason it's having issues with me and saying my videos are too long. But I've been uploading them to YouTube. I don't know what's going on. So I might have to download them all to my computer and find a different place for them to hang out. Because YouTube's not liking it right now. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and, this one, silver mat really does nothing. So we're just going to go ahead and adhere it down to the red cardstock. Okay, just like so. God, I love how sparkly that is. And I'm going to go ahead and use my score tape for this. That's what I used on it. This is a pretty thick sheet here. It's backed on cardboard. Or maybe like a chipboard.
What's Connor?
Connor went with his mom to Coeur d'Alene to get some clothes.
When did you get back?
He just left, so not for a while. Are they going to stay or are they going down?
Well, they don't know.
He'll be back tonight, but I don't know when. I can't give you that.
Trying to get the Connor to bed.
He'll be back, but I don't know when. Honey.
Okay.
Oh, he looks exhausted. Looks tired. Yeah, so we went up to go huckleberry picking, and I wasn't going to go. I wanted to get that memory map done yesterday. I had these cards to prep for class yesterday, and just kind of a hangout day for myself. I've been so tired and just worn out. My body hurt for like 2 straight days. Every bone in my body ached, and I had a fever. Oh gosh, that wasn't good either. 102.3 or something like that. And so yesterday I was just going to stay home, and the guys were going to go up in the mountains and huckleberry pick. And for some reason, I just had this, I woke up at 5:30 yesterday morning, because it's like an hour drive for me to get up there, just to the house to pick up the guys. And I wasn't going to go, and I called and told them that. And I was laying in bed, and it was like 6:10, and I called them back and said I was coming. So I hopped in the shower and got on the road. I had this feeling in my gut, and I don't know how to explain it. If you're a mom, you're going to know this, or just basically anybody that's ever had gut feelings, honestly, that Mark was going to need me, and he did. I know I'm off screen, but he did. We got up there. We had 2 vehicles, mine and a truck, and we got up there, and there was 5 guys, and then little Connor, he'll be in 9th grade, and then myself. And everybody just kind of blew up the mountain, and they found a spot for Mark to sit and pick, but it took us like, it's not a straight up incline. It's a nice walk up. It would have took me 10 minutes to get to the top max, I'm not the healthiest person, but, just 10-minute walk. There's trees and through shrubs and watching where you're going and things like that. Nothing big. For Mark, it's a little bit more difficult, and so it took us about a half hour to get halfway up. He's not very steady on his legs, and so once we found him his patch, and I was right there with him the whole time, everybody disappeared. They were just gone, and they had gone up and over, and so it was just me and him, and he had picked for like a half hour, and it wasn't super hot or anything like that. It was like 65 and breezy, actually. It was a nice day to be huckleberry picking. But so he had picked for like a half hour, and he was just done. He looked pale. He said he didn't feel very good, and so he wanted to get off the mountain, and I didn't blame him. But I mean, he stood up, and he had no legs. I mean, his legs were like knocking back and forth, and they were arched. I mean, he couldn't fully even stand up. And he started to shuffle now instead of walk, which, anyhow, so he couldn't get down at all. And so I practically had to carry him on my back down this mountain, and it took us forever, like 45 minutes to get down. I had called for the guys, and no one answered, and Glenn finally met us when we were almost to the bottom and helped me the rest of the way. But, oh my gosh, and he was just wrung out. So I'm really glad I went, needless to say, because he needed me. So anyhow, that was yesterday, and so he spent an hour in the car recuperating, and he felt a lot better. I got him something to eat, and he really wanted to pick a gallon of huckleberries for a pie I wanted, because I wanted huckleberry pie for my birthday. Okay, so this red mat for the season's greetings, there's 2 layers. There's a red and a white, The red is 4 1/4 wide by 1 inch tall. And then the white is 4 1/8 wide by 7/8 of an inch tall. Okay, so that's what you're going to need to cut as far as cardstock goes. So he felt really bad, and so I drove him down the road, and sure enough, right alongside the road were some really good, thick, bushes of huckleberries. Literally, I mean, here's the road, here's us, here's the bushes. Like, so it's just a little bit of an incline. I helped him up, put him in a chair, and he sat there and he picked, and it was all good. You know, he just loves hanging out with his guy friends, and he hates the fact that he's not, you know. But anyways, it was all good. So that was the part of the story I was trying to get to. Took me a minute. That's my husband. So, no, he's okay. He's fine. It just, he was military. He's a combat engineer. I mean, they hiked for a living up and down mountains. He knows anything about hunting and fishing, and directional wise, that guy will never get lost. He will always be able to find his way out of anything. And so he misses it, you know, his ability to do those things. But he tries, and that's all that matters. So that's why yesterday I didn't get to get anything done. I went with my gut, and I'm glad I did on that. 4 1/8 wide. I'm just using my scraps I've got here around the desk. Oh, geez, that's not good. Here, kind of tore that. A plain green screen. He's not wheelchair bound. No. No, I don't think he will ever be wheelchair bound. I don't think he'll allow himself to be wheelchair bound. He's so stubborn. Stubborn. Okay, so this white cardstock that's underneath the stocking is 4 1/4 wide by 4 tall. So let's cut that. I know it's kind of a crappy story. I want to keep this upbeat, but I just wanted to tell you guys what I was doing. I wanted to share 4 1/4 wide by 4 tall, and we're going to emboss it. And I'm just using, I found this embossing, I know I've been picking up like Christmas stuff. I know, it's so hard, and it's hard for me to watch because I used to watch him when he could do the things that he could do. But this one is a, it's just the Paper Studio. But I've been trying to pick up more embossing folders for card making, more sentiments, things like that. And so I found these ones on clearance, and I picked them up because they're snowflakes. How stinking cute are those? It's just Paper Studio, so that means it's Hobby Lobby. But I picked up that one. So that's what we're going to use. And we'll emboss it. And for some reason, when I use my embossing folders, and I don't know why, it could just be me, I have the absolute hardest time keeping them straight. So I use washi to hold them in line. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I don't care. I do. So let's grab our machine. I love my Big Kick. This thing's a beaut. I've had these plates for 1.5 years. Look at them. They have taken a beating, and they're still going strong. I cut, I don't know how many fabric flowers with these plates. With 3, 4 different types of fabric. Burlap. There was like a satin. There was tulle. There was cheesecloth. There was, oh, tons of different fabrics. And these babies are still rocking it. I have a new set, but it's like I want to push them just to see how far I can get them to go. I will admit, thank you so much. He absolutely loves it. He misses being in it. He misses his brothers. He gets to see them from time to time. That's the hardest part for him. So, but you know. But he's doing good. He seems to look okay today. He slept once we got back yesterday all day long. So I think he was just tired, honestly. Okay. Uh-oh. I might have put the tape on the wrong side. Hold on, I'm gingerly pulling it on. I've got the embossed side instead of the debossed side. There we go. Okay. So there's that. What's Gwen doing? Mine are warped. You can see that mine are warped. You can see the bend in them. They're very flexible and warped. But a lot of people, what they'll do, and I don't have those right there, you take your cutting plate, so these are brand new cutting plates. You can see the difference. And on one side, there'll be a cut side, and the other side you don't. So what that means is, and you can write on it, let's see. Where's my Sharpie? Oh, here's one. Okay. So I'm going to put, I'm going to write cut. Okay. So I know that this one, and you'll be able to tell once you make the first one. But what it means is that these, so here's the die, and here's the edges that make all of these marks that steel sits on that side. That way you'll always have one platform that is never cut on. So you're always cutting on this one platform, and then when that platform gets just worn out from all the cutting, flip it. And now you've got a brand new cutting platform. So use one at a time. You'll make it last longer. So I will cut on this platform with the steel edges down onto this platform forever until it gets worn out. And then I still have this nice shiny new one that I can flip it once this one's worn out. So do that first. Always have a nice clean one, and then your cutting one. I had other people die cutting and they didn't get it. So unfortunately I've got two cut on cut plate. That's kind of how it ended up going. But they bend a little bit. They get warped. But I mean, how many times have I rolled this thing through? And then all the die cuts. My husband's cut thousands of die cuts. I have them sitting in baggies. All of my dies, every single one of them have been die cutted probably at least 20 times. I have 20 to 30 dies of each already cut. So that's how many times that plate's been used. Yeah, it works until you put the dies on upside down. Yeah, you kind of really have to pay attention. I've done that a few times. I have another set that I was doing so good on. So where are we in time? Okay, let's get rocking here. Okay, so we have our embossed snow plates, and those are going to go, oops, right on there, just like so. But we're not going to do that yet because we have to do the twine around it. But I am going to go ahead and put some score tape. Now I used the Scotch Quick Dry adhesive onto the splitter, and it didn't It took a long time to dry. So let me see here. I'm going to see how this works. Oh, perfect. Okay, so the score tape works really well with the glitter. You could use a little wet glue and a little score tape just to hold it in line for right now when you're gluing onto the glitter. You could do a combo of both. So I'm going to put some score tape on the back of this real quick. I'll use score tape and wet glue. The wet glue took forever to dry. So next Sunday, I have a mini album almost done that we're going to start in class. Let me look at the dates here. Okay, I'll put wet glue here in the middle. I'm just going to grab a whole bunch of this twine. I wrapped it 4 or 5 times is ideal. I like that. It's up to you. I'm going to use the candy cane looking stripe though. That's what I wanted to use in the beginning. So I'm going to peel off some of this tape. Oh no, do not, Cheryl. What did Cheryl do? I'm going to have to catch up with that. Okay. Just gonna, my fan's blowing, so this might be a little difficult. The tape helps hold it on the back, so I can just start wrapping it around. Okay, do this one. Stuck. Okay. You can even throw in some solid red. That would look really cute. I'm just tying a knot, people. That's all I'm doing. Kind of over to the left of the card. Okay, so you can see, and then you can spread this out if you don't like how clustered it is, which I don't. There we go. problem here. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to set that aside for a second. Let's get our sentiment stamped and embossed. Alright, so we're just stamping season greetings. This is a Fiskars sentiment stamp. Oops. Season's greetings. We've used it before. Whew. It got instantly hot in here. Hi, Sophie. Welcome, welcome. Alright, I need to put it so I can see it. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to grab my red tinsel. That was a little much, Ash. That's okay. I do everything in excess. Where's my tweezers? Oh, there they are. Brush. Do not all. There's tons of little extras on here. This is driving me batty. I didn't use my little powder bunny or buddy. I don't know what they call it actually. Stamping buddy maybe. Should have. But I didn't. Okay. So it says Season's Greetings. I'm going to emboss it. Okay. Before I dump this everywhere. That would be quite hilarious, actually. You know what? I think we're going to have huckleberry pancakes and bacon for dinner. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh my gosh, I'm now hungry. And we're going to put it on our other red piece, our layer here. Just like so. Turn my fan back on. Gotta turn my fan back on, y'all. Sorry. Making all kinds of ruckus. And that one, stick it down. And I put foam tape on the back of this. Pop it up. I'm not really impressed with my emboss job on that one, but oh, let's do it now. The season is so shiny. I love it. Susan's greetings. Foam tape. And Gwen's here. She's got this gigantic roll of foam tape. You guys will have to tell her to show it. And so I wanted to have a gigantic roll. So I go and I order what I think is the gigantic roll. No, it's this roll, which in all essence is a really big roll. But her roll is like this wide. I mean, it's huge. It would take me a year of card making, like every day, to go through that, but whatever. Okay. Let's go ahead and we're going to put this down, and then we'll put down our white part, and then we'll do the stocking, and it will be done. I'm going to flip my card upside down so I can see here. We've got our season's greetings. And then we'll have this. Now you can ink the edges if you like. You can throw down a red one and cut the white smaller. It's completely up to you, but I like it like that. So we've got to do our stocking, and then we'll be done. Let's put this down. And I'm not going to pop this one up on foam tape. You could totally pop this one up if you like, but I'm not going to. I'm just pulling tape backing off, people. And with the twine, it kind of makes it thick at the top, so you might want to consider foam tape, but it'll be okay. And our tape will hold it there while our glue dries. Perfect. So far, our season's greetings with the super sparkly glitter, and then our embossed snowflakes. We're going to put our stocking on, hanging from our twine. So let's go ahead and cut our stocking, and I just used red cardstock. I've got a piece right here, which will actually work. And then I recut with silver cardstock, which I've got my silver scraps that I've been using right here. Let me grab my cut plate. Oops, that's sorry. Cut the right thing, that would be great. Welcome back, Margaret Ann. Where'd you go? Am I talking to the right person? Did she disappear on us? Okay, so there's our stocking. And then we're going to go ahead and cut the silver piece out, and then we'll trim some things off. I'm just going to tear it a little bit here. And I don't like getting the glitter on my dies, so I cut it the other way up. There it is. Okay. Okay. So here's our stockings. So what we're going to do is this die actually splits the stocking, so you can potentially put something down in it. There's a couple slits on it. So I'm just going to find that first split right where it meets and cut it. So I have just this top portion of the stocking. Ah, come on. Okay. It's going to go on there just like so. Okay. You can do this with white. And then I'm just going to give it a toe. You can do a heel as well, but with the snowflake I'm using, I didn't want to do the heel. So I'm going to give it a toe. And I'm just going to cut the tip here and round it. Move your paper, not your scissors. Okay. And it gets glued on there just like so. Okay? That's pretty simple. But first we're going to do our snowflake, which is also embossed with white embossing tinsel bridle. And I need I like using the a la mode white with this embossing because it's really light for some reason when I emboss. It's really, really light. And when I use this and this, it's really white, which is what I want. So let's go ahead and find our snowflake, which is this one. It's the red one we used, the big red one. These things are so sticky. Let's go ahead and glue on our top and bottom to the stocking, and then no. I'm just going to set it on there. I don't need the bottom. We're just going to set it on there. Let's grab our pigment ink. Come on. I'm going to test it. Perfect. Okay. It's really white. I love it. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, find our center. There we go. Okay, so we've got our snowflake on there. And I'm going to do the embossing tinsel. So now remove your parts because you don't want to get any of the embossing powder in them. It makes it hard to dump off if you've got stuff in the way. It takes a minute to dry with this white. It takes actually a little bit. It's the fastest drying white ink, the pigment ink pad that I have ever. I've tried a ton of them. You guys know my issues with it. Ah, fan's on. Cheese and rice. So we'll get a really crisp, sparkly snowflake on this one. And you'll be able to see the difference here in just a second. I used just clear embossing ink and the bridle on the first one. And this one I'm using the white with the bridle. So here's the first one, and there's the second one. To you guys, they might not look different, but they really are. This one right here is way more vibrant than that white one there. So, anyhow, especially like holding them at a distance, you can see this one a lot better than you can see this one. Okay, so we're done embossing. So I can turn my fan back on. Holy crap, it's hot in here. Oh, yes. I'm going to put my stocking together. Okay. And same with this. I just be dragging out every couple months and it's a lot. Yeah, I agree, Midnight Scrapper. Completely agree. But these cards are so quick and easy. They're more like assembly line cards. These would be great. All the cards that we've made so far this year, I'm going to grab them here at the end of class and we're going to go back through them. Because we're in July, so that means we're over halfway with our cards. And of course, I'll have double of everything, which benefits me, but we've done at least 2 cards each month. This month we'll have 4, and there was another month where we did 3. So, just in this month and the month we did 3, that's 7 cards. You know, you can make them your own and change them up, do what you like. Okay, so our stocking is done. I'm going to put foam tape on the back of it and put it on our card. So I will have, like we talked about at the beginning, we'll go back through the memory map at the end for those that missed it. There is a kit for the memory map in Scrap-A-Dap-A-Do, and we'll put links in when we show you guys the kit. For this, there will also be a free pattern available as well. I wasn't going to do, I was going to start doing the whole, you know, chargey thing for the patterns, because they take forever. But for this one, I just decided to keep it free. All the measurements, when I do patterns, regardless, will always be given out in class, period. That won't ever change. The kits, or the patterns, are for those that are more of a, they like those kinds of instructions. I'm going to put one piece of the twine, through my loop of my stocking, and I'm going to put it just like so on my card, and then just tie a nice little bow, or not, however you want to do it. Okay. So there is that card. How sticky cute is that? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So seasons, it's really kind of heavy. Feels great. Sparkles. And then you can put a gem in the middle. I'm going to leave this one without a gem. But you can, like this one has got a crystal right in the middle of the snowflake. So that's completely up to you. I'm going to leave it without. I kind of like it without too. One of each. So I would do 6 weeks of classes. Is it reasonable to do 2 cards in a 2-hour class? For me, it's reasonable to do 2 cards in a 2-hour class. I'm not very good at cards. So for me, that's how I work it. I'm really slow at cards. Cards are a new thing for me. Matter of fact, I started doing cards in January when we had the Christmas card class. So, cards are not my forte, but I love Christmas. I want to make handmade Christmas cards, and it's a way to get a jump. Plus, we get to have a Christmas card class every month. And just make a couple different styles. That's all it's about. You can make as many as you want in one sitting. I'm just making a couple different styles from Pinterest. So. Okay. So those are the cards. Let me grab the other cards that we have done thus far, and then we'll break out the memory map again so you guys can see it. Like I said, there will be a video tonight available of the memory map with its completed maps on it. But let me grab the other cards. Okay, so aside from these cards right here, which we've got a couple different versions of each, they ended up a little different from each other. Let me go all the way up. This one was Anna Claudia's card design that we did. So we've got those two. Well, I have two because one was always class template. This was Susan Drexler, I believe. Oh gosh, I don't want to say the wrong person. And then there was this one, the Christmas tree in the window. We made a whole bunch of cards to go with these sizes, which we've already gone over those. These were last month. The jingle bells. Switch to those. And then we've got I think this was last month too, the snowflakes with the stars that make a wreath in a window. This holiday greeting. Got a couple of those. We did these ones with the Heidi Swap Believe paper pad. So aside from plain cardstock, the only other Christmas paper we've been using is the Believe paper pad. Here's the present one. Happy Holidays. The Christmas tree one. The Santa one. Here's the other Christmas tree. The simple ones. These are popped up. Margaret Ann, Christmas sleigh, and the top note. Oh, there's another. This is one of my favorites. These were the bigger ones. The poinsettias. Season's greetings. And then we did this version. Holiday greetings with the stars and the sequins. And then this is also the one, it was just before 4th of July. And so we did a 4th of July version with it as well. Is that all of them? Yep, so those are the last few months of Christmas cards. The last 7 months. Yeah, they're super fun. The majority of the videos are on YouTube under playlist Christmas cards. However, last month is not. I'm having a hard time moving them over. I don't know what the deal is. Apparently I'm taking up a lot of space. So I might have to go in and move some videos. I don't know. So those are these 2 months. And then I will let you know, Tuesday's card class would be typically on the 29th, I think is the last Tuesday of the month, but we will be on Scrapadabadu's Ustream channel on the 29th at 5 p.m. doing the mini map. The memory map is the big version, the mini map is the little version. So, let me grab that. Okay, we're using the Echo Park Getaway, the collection packs, the chipboard, the brads, and the cardstock that matches for Getaway. We're using that. The kit comes with the magnets. It comes with the heavyweight chipboard, the 8x8 piece, which we cut down to 7x7, and then it comes with the sheets of the lightweight. So this is the mini map, which is a smaller version of the bigger memory map. Jenny was never able to make her exploding fire or cupcake. Well, I mean, you can do it anytime you want, Jenny. So these are 2 inches, roughly. They're a little bit more with the flaps. Yeah, about 2 inches. They're 2 inches. Spines are 2 inches, I know that. We're using magnets in this one. The initial one that we did way back in last September was the big memory map, and that one we used Velcro, but we'll be using magnets from here on out because magnets rock. I'm just saying. Okay, so it sits on your shelf, and this will fold out to be a map. And like I said at the beginning of class, the whole purpose of this was so you can put it on your dining room table and everybody can stand around it and interact. The mats aren't on this. They're cut, but they're not on it. It's like a transformer. Okay. Okay, so we'll have a waterfall over here on this side. There will be a mat with a pocket here. You're going to have title spots here and here on the red, and then we'll have, these are for smaller pictures. That's why we have the mini map, okay? The mini map houses smaller pictures. The memory map houses gigantic pictures. Well, not gigantic, but definitely 4x6, 5x7. And so it's a conversation piece. You can lay it out on your table and just talk about it. I told everybody at the beginning of class it stemmed from everybody standing around the same album. So we'll have chipboard pieces on here, and you guys will see where the layouts for the little pictures are going to be, little pockets and whatnot. So it's a great way to document a trip or what have you. And this is covered as well. I have it all cut, it's just not on here. And voila. And it sits on your shelf like an album. It's pretty sweet. I absolutely love it. I think I made the very first memory map 2 years ago. And then it sat for, what, Anna, 9 months? And I finally put paper on it, and then I did a YouTube on it in like, I don't know, after, I don't even remember. And Anna found it on YouTube, and she really wanted to make one. So we waited, what, another 7 months till last September, and we finally did it. Again, that one was with Velcro. We're going to make another one with a really cool paper line. But we're going to do, so this is the mini map. This will be on Scrabadabadoo's Ustream channel. And then on Tuesday the 29th at 5 p.m. So put that in your calendars. Of course, we're going to let everybody know. There's going to be a lot of reminders. And I'll go in and actually create an event here in the next day or so, unless someone else wants to do it. For that. Is it Tuesday the 29th? It's Tuesday the 28th. It is Tuesday the 29th. Whatever Tuesday that is. The last Tuesday of the month. Yes, right before Steampunk Soiree. Tuesday the 29th at 5 p.m. on Scrabadabadoo's channel. July 29th at 5. Yep. So if you're going to order the kits, you guys have plenty of time to get them ordered. You can get them shipped. Of course, if you lived out of the country, it might not get there in time. But anywhere in the U.S. should be good before next Tuesday, really? Not like 2 days or 2 days from now Tuesday, but the following? Crazy. Yeah, it is. It's like 8 days. So those kits will be up, and there is a pattern, and the pattern will be available on Scrabadabadoo's blog, my blog, and there'll be links on Facebook the day of class. This will be a 2-class series. We'll do it the following Tuesday as well. So 2 classes, we'll get this done. You'll have your mini map version. Super cute, tons of fun, exciting. Any questions? I know, the month has just gone by. There's YouTube videos on my YouTube channel. You're going to have to really scroll down. If you go to playlists and scroll all the way down, there's a memory map playlist. You can see there's all the videos in there. But the very first video, you'll be able to see kind of what the bigger memory map looks like. So the memory map is big. It's 12 by 12 by 2. Or 12 wide, 12 tall, or 2 thick. So this is the... You see this? Oh. So this one's the memory map, and this one's the mini map. I don't know what you guys can and cannot see. There we go. This ends up being 7 by 7, and it's 2 thick, and this one is 12 by 12, and it's 2 thick. So, any questions? I want to thank all the moderators, all the viewers. You guys absolutely rock. We will have another card class, but my broadcast at 5 p.m. with Scrabadabadoo coincides with when I would have done our end of the month card class. So sometime in the next 7 days, we will be broadcasting to do more Christmas cards for our Christmas in July. So stay tuned to Facebook and my blog. I will let you guys know a day in advance when that's going to be. Mini map and mighty map. Yeah, this one is quite mighty. It's this one's done a little different than the mini map ended up being. And you can make your stuff wider, but here's like tons of waterfall space here. Pockets for tags. Again, same on this side. And you can lay it out differently with the magnets in them. We will have to lay them out differently. So like this side, because the magnets are here, and the magnets here on the outside, this side's just basically going to have a nice mat with possibly a place for a tag or like a fold out, almost kind of cardish, because we've got a magnet here and we've got one here, and they need to stick to hold this closed. But on this side is where we're going to do the waterfall. There are no magnets here that need to hold things down. So when you make things thicker, you know, I'm using strong magnets, but still. So this ends up being something like 30 by 30 square. So imagine your dining room table. see. And so you've got a 12 by 12 section in here you could do a layout with. I didn't have the embellishments for this paper. This is my very first Ustream, but you know, we did sideways, waterfalls, tons of spots you could do a big. On the initial one we had, what is it? Gatefold. And then it's the same, like down here. You've got more. The initial one I did in Graphic 45's curtain call. But you've got all of the pockets and maps down here. I should show you guys that one. That one's not built like a box. That was my very first one, and it doesn't hold itself up. I don't know if you guys will understand what I'm saying, but it doesn't hold itself square. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. So this one was done in what? 12? In the end of 2012. Maybe beginning of 2013. No, because we're in 14. Or was it the beginning of 2012? It was right after I did Alexis's baby book. So yeah, 11 into 12 when this one was done. So, but I didn't make it square. See how the tops, they can sink in? This was my very first one. It's not built like a box like the other ones. But, you know, there's a pocket here. We've got, you know, places to put photos here. And I was trying to figure out a way to hold this closed to where it can sit square on itself. But these are heavy. So heavy. But this was the center of this one. So we've got the book binding here, and then these just fold out. And then you've got this. I did this with the curtain call. So it's like a book. I need more space. It was challenging making this. Let me just hold this up. So this side, the waterfalls go upwards. There's a little pocket with a tag where a tag should be, but is not. Okay, so these fold open. And then these all have, and because I didn't build it like a square, they kind of have almost a curvature to them. And these fold out. It makes a perfect square. But you see, nameplate, so you could title whatever this was. Or birthday. Or, you know, whatever. But these are like little tags in here. Put pictures, map pictures on these. Okay. And then this is like a sideways waterfall. And then they all have tags in them. I should have made like bigger mat tags, but this is when I first started. I didn't even have half the tools I have now. And I didn't stream. So that's my baby. Memory map. And you could always put something here, but it gets really thick, and so these not being square. But this was the first one I ever made. And I haven't seen anything out there like it, but who knows? Everything's always been done a gazillion times over. So there's that. That was the original. I am going to do the big one again. We're going to do it probably end of August. End of August, beginning of September, more than likely. Which is ironic because we started it in September of last year. My very first like real stream. I did like 4 streams when I first started, all by myself. And then Anna came in, and it was just me and Anna. And we'd hang out, and I didn't have a time. This was like way back when. And then I didn't stream at all for like ever. And then we started officially last September. So for a year, we'll probably start it in September. We've got more followers. I think more people would love to make this than we did. I think we had, what, 5, Anna? 4, maybe? 4 or 5? It was me and Anna and Lois, and I'm not sure who else, but just a couple people. So we'll be doing them in September. 1 year anniversary, like officially on Ustream with like followers and stuff. I used to just sit in the stream and talk to myself with nobody, and then ever since Anna from Portugal. So, anyways, that is that. So we'll be starting the mini map on the 29th, and the mini map would be something good to practice at for a go. It's really easy to put together. Super easy. You guys will be shocked how easy it is. Good practice for the memory map coming up in September. I swear it's a transformer. I love it. Any questions before I stop the recording? And of course you've got the bottom here. Okay, so for all of you guys watching, thank you for watching the first part to our Christmas and July card classes. Our next one will be announced, and we'll see you guys later.